Welcome to Game 2 of the series. Dreamerdude didn't look like he had much of a chance at all in Game 1. Brief period, actually, during that game where I was not sure what was going to happen. It looked like a pretty solid opening, but everything just kind of fell apart. The shock value of Paul's Vet 3 Flame half-track there actually had a bit of an impact. It was kind of weird that Dreamerdude didn't take AT grenades. AT grenades are pretty much the go-to and quite solid counter to the flamethrower half-track. Paul, he made it work though. He made it work, even against a field gun. Pushed Dreamerdude back into the base. Let his manpower just way too hard. Took the game. So Dreamerdude's gonna go with the cool wagon opening here on the left side. Paul playing as Soviets now in the north. His loadout is still tank hunter, shock rifle, and mechanized support. He switched out. He had some other third commander, but now he's got mechanized support instead. So we might be seeing him use that this game, possibly. Paul is showing off a lot of random strategies today. He hasn't really gone full meta a single time. He probably hasn't felt that he absolutely had to, necessarily. That's probably part of it. But he has not used the same strategy twice, I don't think, since he's been playing in Star-Crossed Kings. He's breaking out all kinds of fun strats. Curious to see what he's going to do this game.
This now belongs to us. The enemy has us raged. Watch the grenade! We are bleeding, comrades. We must defend. Fresh conscripts have arrived. We are taking losses. Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Wagon bringing that conscript squad low as they try and get in the house. Paul looks like he will have no choice but to retreat right here. Just taking too much damage. So Dreamerdude will maintain control of the right side cutoff and is getting the left side fuel uncontested. Paul has gone tier 1 with 3 cons, getting an M3 out now to counter the Kubel. Hopefully Dreamerdude will throw down a mine. Going early Kubel, especially if you scout tier 1, which you can do just by looking. Means you should definitely try and get a mine down, try and kill that M3 by kiting it over the mine with the Kubel wagon. Otherwise it has no real problem just driving up and killing you. Combat engineers jumping into the M3 here, and they're probably going to head straight left to chase off the Stern Pyos and Kubel wagon. Meanwhile, Folks Grenadiers working on the right side fuel point, throwing up sandbags. Conscripts doing the same on the VP. There's tier 3 for Dreamerdude. He's going to try and go flak half-track to counter, I assume, his opponent's tier 1.
White scout car, ready for orders. I am getting tired of this shit.
Flamethrower is about to pop. There it is. Starts working on these Folks Grenadiers, which are probably going to want to consider retreating soon, taking heavy damage from conscripts and the Flamethrower. The longer they wait on this retreat, the better the chance of them getting wiped. Kubel wagon apparently on his way to support, but I don't know what he thinks that's going to do. About to drive into 2 squads of cons. This looks like a wipe. Paul blocks the retreat path there with a ghost, making them run this way rather than through the arch. So that the M3 would have a slightly more time to chase, but it didn't make any actual difference right there. Squad gets wiped to the flame burst.
Engineers have secured the sector.
And that's going to be a painful loss. Dreamerdude's actually floating a little bit here already. 500 manpower, 4.5 minutes. Stern Pioneers working on the left cutoff. Kubel wagon and Folks Grenadiers set up over here to try and protect. Still no mine, I don't think, anywhere.
Supply half-track is ready for orders.
So that M3 will have no problem just driving straight into the Kubel wagon and killing it. And there it goes. Stern Pioneers in a little bit of danger. They're going to try and get a burst off on the rear armor of the M3, but it should be able to get to safety. Out of that engagement with about a quarter of its HP left. Folks Grenadiers and Stern Pyos moving to engage over here on the right of these conscripts. But a sniper has been fielded here by Paul. Heavy damage to those Stern Pioneers with that first snipe, but they do escape.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Volksgrenadiers start working on the cutoff despite being under sniper fire. Meanwhile, the M3 will get repaired over here on the right side.
A sector has been cut off.
Paul purchasing healing.
We are ready to go, comrades. Send your orders. Taking
Regimental headquarters advise. Officer ready to be deployed. Regiment advises. Infantry ready to utilize breakthrough tactics.
And the M3 chases away all the remaining infantry over there on the left. Sniper gets control of the left side cutoff, and Paul is about to take control of the entire map. Fusiliers have been fielded. Now the Dreamerdude's up to 2 CPs, and the Puma. Ooh, Puma in production. Not sure what I think about that. Maybe if it gets a miracle snipe on the sniper, that could maybe help turn things around. I think Dreamerdude may just struggle against his opponent's infantry if he doesn't have a hard anti-infantry counter. Like the flak half-track, Volksgrenadiers, Stern Pios, and Fusiliers might struggle to hold the line a little bit. Puma will obviously counter the M3 nicely, but I think Dreamerdude is already too far behind on infantry to be able to win the infantry game.
enemy infantry.
Maybe not though. Paul did go tier 1 into a sniper, so it's...
Fresh guards troops are standing by.
I don't know. Here come the guards.
The enemy has found us. Man down. Well done, comrades. It's ours. Supply sector under attack.
Stern Pios getting sniped. 2 of them dead already. By conscripts, not actually getting sniped. Snipers in the base. They are going down fast. That conscript squad's making a late retreat there. Not sure what that was about. Paul must be microing his scout car away from the Puma during that. Lets those conscripts get wiped. That's going to help Dreamerdude a lot in the infantry game. Fusiliers are forced to retreat over there from sniper fire. The Puma's going to dive. No, AT grenades have been researched by Paul, so this could be dangerous. Guards are on their way, no conscripts yet though. If that Puma suffers engine damage in the Soviet base, it's probably gonna die.
Under attack! Protect the flank!
Another squad of guards fielded. Puma is gonna try and pick up that sniper maybe? Pops smoke, gets in range on the M3, needs to attack ground. There it goes, M3 down, but Puma is in extreme danger. Gets buttoned. Only briefly, it's by this squad over here. If it buys those guards enough time to fire like one more shot, that guy right there is gonna... not quite. Puma gets barely clear, but there are conscripts in the retreat path. If the Puma runs into that squad, it's so dead. They're lying in wait here behind the hedges. I think that is a dead Puma. AT grenade off, and Puma destroyed. Hit the wrong button. I made the game go faster instead of slower. Oops. So with that Puma down, Dreamerdude no longer has a counter to Paul's tier 3 maybe, or tier 4, which is what it's, I guess it's supposed to be a useful unit to have for the entire game, not only against the M3 but against later tanks, trying to kite them from a distance and use aimed shot to mess with turret rotation. So demo charge on the left fails to kill a full Volksgrenadier squad. That's good. Just trying to work on the right side. Cut off. He will pressure these conscripts into retreating with Fusiliers. Try and get some territory under control over there. Sniper forces Volksgrenadiers to retreat. And another squad of Volksgrenadiers to retreat. I don't think Paul has vision of that retreating Volksgrenadier squad, but he could maybe snipe that. Couldn't get the shot off. And we'll get back to safety. Guards fielded into the building right here.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
Your predecessor died a hero. Can anyone get on that flank? Enemy infantry. We are losing men.
Stern Pioneer is doing surprisingly well in this engagement. Pretty decent damage to these guards. Standing at point blank range on this building, I feel like this Stern Pio squad is about to take on 2 full squads of guards. Wow.
Focus, don't ready.
Look at that. Okay, apparently. That was unexpected. Putting them right there. I think maybe not. Maybe was that a blind spot? Maybe at least one of those 2 windows couldn't fire because of the angle or something. Sniper's gonna have to retreat too.
Area secure.
I am surprised at the outcome of that engagement. Paul makes a full retreat and will reinforce and heal his guards here in the base.
No exit strategy. Lock bolts, prepare to move.
Second sniper in production for Paul. Meanwhile, Dreamerdude's starting to float a little bit. It's fielded 2 Fusiliers and a Sturmoffizier.
Area secure. Cover the advances.
Wow, New Power, thank you.
Activity. Grouper.
Thank you for continuing to donate. I thought for sure you were out of pizza money by now.
Open ready. Grenadiers operational.
This is it.
What is that?
Enemy fire. Personnel mines laid. Point secure.
Like 12 to $15? $12 to $15 donation from New Power today. Thank you very much for your support.
Move. Field promotion. Ready for deployment.
Sniper rotating across the road left, push away these Volksgrenadiers, making a kind of a late retreat. Sniper support wasn't really needed apparently. PTRS has finished their job and the Volksgrenadiers get wiped. Couple squads retreating into the base here. No further tech from Dreamerdude yet. Usually people follow up tier 3 with tier 2 for healing. I'm not sure what his plan is. He's probably going to want to tech at some point. If he does go tier 4, he won't have the Jagdpanzer. Demo charge over here, or mine, or something. Shoe mine, actually, maybe. I can't tell. Something exploded over there. Looks like that forced a retreat from Fusiliers, maybe.
Enemy infantry.
Snipers getting picked off by Fusiliers.
Field promotion.
And they're both forced to retreat. Guards take control of the building and start working on the Fusiliers right here.
We are under fire. Concentrate on the leader.
The squad will retreat. Guards in the building falling pretty low to Fusiliers, though they also have to retreat. No G43 is upgraded by Dreamerdude yet. He can't afford them. I think he has fuel transfer active and not that much map control, so he's going to be, his upgrade economy is going to suffer. And upgrades are very important for OKW. Really cannot keep up on just vanilla infantry,
Enemy infantry.
especially not against upgraded guards. Stern Pio's left, going down quick. That's gonna please retreat. Oh no. Stern Pios with a Minesweeper go down. That is a very expensive loss. Sniper's a little bit exposed, but they don't have G43s. They probably don't even keep. I feel like Paul probably could have just shot at them and won that engagement rather than kiting, but playing it safe, obviously. Left side falling completely into Paul's control here. Minesweeper demo charge down on the fuel point will continue his advance, getting various sectors captured. It looks like Dreamerdude has pretty much lost control of the game. He's going to spend all of his fuel reserves not on further tech, but on a Stuka. In theory, Miracle Stuka Barrage could maybe turn the game back around. Wiped both snipers in one shot or something like that.
The enemy still has 300 points.
know how realistic I think my expectations of that happening are, but we'll see what happens.
Infantry attacking in force! Roll forward! Battle promotion!
How can I help?
Enemy infantry!
Snipers bringing Folks Grenadiers down quick.
Grenadiers ready. Taking fire!
They might get wiped if they don't retreat. Here comes the next sniper volley. There's the retreat. Just in time. Here comes the Stuka barrage. Who's lining that up on the snipers, maybe? No, on these infantry. Nicely in the retreat path. Ooh, if he had just angled that. Aha! Demo charge on the building goes off and the squad inside explodes. Flamethrower in the building goes down. If he had angled that a little sharper, I think maybe he could have picked up that squad of guards. So good opening barrage, though. Wiped one squad and forced 2 retreats. Heavy bleed. If he gets
Stand ready.
a good 4 or 5 more barrages just like that, maybe the game will be brought back into equilibrium. Paul is making his way towards Collins, though. Dreamerdude has no counter to the ISU 152 at all. Except a Raket Morpher, I guess. Tier 2 going up for Paul now, which he will use to get himself... I don't even know. I don't even know what he needs out of that. He knows his opponent has no tank of any kind coming. He's a Stuka just shot at him. That's all of Dreamerdude's fuel reserves exhausted on that. Fusiliers are making their way towards the left side cutoff now.
I am needed.
The enemy is encroaching on our territory.
Concentrate on the lead element! The lead element!
Sniper moves up to force that retreat. Folks Grenadiers working on this cutoff will have to contend against conscripts, and the Sturmoffizier is about to start working on the fuel point. I'm not sure if he's vulnerable to that demo charge or not right there. Probably not quite. Snipers rotate back right. Let's force more and more retreats.
Ready! Find cover!
The Stuka will be available to fire again in about 5 seconds. Paul has a pretty juicy set of targets over here for that Stuka. One sniper gets picked. He gets picked off right there by the Fusiliers. Focus fire. Grenade toss under the conscripts forces them to reposition slightly. Sniper continues kiting and working on those Fusiliers. That squad has to retreat, falling too low. Nice pickup on the sniper. This Stuka barrage connects well. Might help a little bit. Coming down on these conscripts, though, they dodge. That doesn't hit anything. Dreamerdude will continue to struggle. Triple Cap continues going against him. It looks like Paul's probably going to take this game. I don't really know how Dreamerdude could turn this around. 200 points remaining and the clock keeps ticking against him. A couple squads defending in green cover on the left side will make anything less than a full push, I think, by Dreamerdude's forces fail.
LMG team ready.
It will definitely take at least 3 squads to win an engagement against this. With a frontal assault. Unless he threw some grenades or something, which he can't afford to do. Here comes the ISU.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Adjust your fire! Stay by fire! Fire! Shoot him!
It's just hitting the terrain right now. But the push against these infantry in cover, clearly proving difficult. One squad of Fusiliers forced to retreat already. Grenade from the guards. Big hit on those Fusiliers as well. Forces another retreat. Conscripts had to retreat from this engagement. 2 more squads have to retreat from the guards, though. 4 men still remaining in that guard squad, and they're not going anywhere. 19 kills on them. 25 kills on the other one. doing way better than the sniper. The Oster sniper makes so much more sense to me than the Soviet sniper. Oster sniper, you generally only field one, and by the end of the game, if it did a good job, it could have 50 kills or more. It'll probably be the unit with the most kills in your entire army. Soviet sniper can't even keep up with guards. Not even close. Its fire rate's not fast enough.
Ready.
Stuka Barrage destroys that green cover position. Manages to kill a couple guards on retreat, but it doesn't inflict devastating damage, which is pretty much what it has to do for this game to even be possible. Triple cap continues, and the ISU is just roaming around looking for targets. It's going to rotate back towards the left side.
We have an isolated sector. The enemy is down to 100 points. The sector is at risk.
And squad wiped. Kettenwerfer moves up to take a shot, bounces, could be vulnerable to being wiped itself. ISU's just going to pull back to safety for now. Dreamerdude will slow down the triple cap a little bit over here on the left.
Okay, that's the last one. Check your range.
Apparently, they just deployed a flare. Will briefly provide vision for the Kettenwerfer against this ISU, but it's going to have to retreat right here. That's 45 munitions to do that? Jeez, that's brutal. He definitely could not afford that flare. I mean, it probably doesn't matter what he does, but still.
We've lost a squad of infantry.
And another squad gets wiped. Paul moving to try and set up another triple cap over here in the southeast, picking up a Sturmoffizier on his way. Fortunately, most BTRS shots missed. Ooh, Stuka Barrage coming in though. Paul moves to dodge. Oh, it's on the Maxim in the house. House does not get quite fully destroyed, so the Maxim will get a chance to retreat.
The enemy has 75 points remaining. You appear suited for command.
ISU just diving right into the base, nails the Stuka with that shot. He's forced to pull back to safety away from the Rakettenwerfer though.
Enemy infantry firing on
Guards reporting capture complete.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
Fusiliers getting wiped by guards in green cover. Just more wipes. Still no chance for Dreamerdude to recover this game. Finally, the game will come to an end. Dreamerdude knows that it is absolutely impossible for him to win this. Stuka didn't perform nearly as well as he needed it to. Even with 14 kills, it just... Either the Stuka needed to inflict much more devastating harm, or the infantry game needed to be much more solid. I think the M3 just shut him down very hard. Kubelwagen got picked up, didn't plant a mine. Try and shut down what Paul was probably going to do. He pretty much always goes with an M3 when he's playing as Soviets. Not every single game, I don't think, but a very good chance against Oberkommando West that that's going to happen. So, if you're up against Paul's Soviets, I highly recommend an early mine. That's my recommendation. So Paul will take the series. Well played, Paul.